You are now listening to the Divorce Diaries podcast with your host, well, that's a secret. No names, ages, or any other identifying characteristics will be used as we protect the young and innocent. You'll be taken on a journey as one man considers getting a divorce or remaining married. The Divorce Diaries daily entries chronicle the decision-making processes in real time as they unfold day by day. He hopes to add a bit of clarity to his sometimes muddled mess of a marriage. Cheating, overspending, sex, sadness, and betrayal are the characteristics of this marriage. Is he making the right choice? Welcome to the Divorce Diaries. Entire seasons are released on Patreon weeks before anywhere else. At Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Link below in description. Now for today's episode.
I think today I want to eulogize my father. My father's alive, and I don't know if he's alive and well, but I know that he's alive. I'm a big proponent now for therapy, and I want to say don't be discouraged if it takes you a while to find a therapist that you feel works for you. The majority of my counselors, we'll go with that, have not been beneficial for me or my wife, our marriage. We've had people that have chosen sides with their bias. We've had people that were slanted extremely Christian, and neither has been beneficial. So I can say that I haven't experienced a quote-unquote good therapy, good therapists, good counselors when a situation is a little bit more complicated. I am in one-on-one therapy right now. It's helping me unpack a bunch of stuff, which is why I want to eulogize my father now. I don't know that he'll ever hear it, especially if I repeat some version of what I'm about to say at his funeral, because I will attend. I do want to get it out now, because this is what therapy can help you with, and I haven't even discussed my father in therapy, other than the fact that he's an alcoholic, and he's not an alcoholic in recovery. I think that's what you always want to have in your title when you have some sort of addiction. I've been sober for. It's probably something that all people that acknowledge they have addictions can say. Sober 6 months, sober 2 days, sober 20 years. So I understand that's how alcoholics talk. I understand that's how addicts talk. Sober for. And looking back now that I just said that, my father's never said that. He's acknowledged that he has a drinking problem, but he's also always said when he's stopped drinking for a bit, it's like, I haven't had beer in. He'd never say that word sober. I've been sober, because there's something in that language, I think, of all the Alcoholics or Narcotics Anonymous stuff I've seen all of the people say sober for, because they're fully putting forth, I am an addict that has only been sober for this long, not I haven't had a drink for 6 months. Such maybe it means you're like waiting to have one eventually. Anyway, I want to eulogize my father. Dad, as you lay there, I hope you're at peace. I think it goes without saying, we both know that you probably never wanted me to have pain in my life. But a lot of my pain did come from you. But I'm not saying that now out of anger. In fact, I want to talk mostly about all of the good things that I feel you gave me over the course of my life. I'm sad that that our relationship was such that I wasn't able to say these things to you before you passed. I'm sad that you and I didn't have a relationship that would have fostered such a bond and openness between us. But just because you're gone and I'm still here doesn't mean I don't want to tell you this. You're teaching me to be good with my hands through your carpentry skills. That has served me so well over the years. I'm not sure how many thousands and thousands of dollars your skills and knowledge have saved me. Those savings directly went into the mouths of my family when I had them. I stressed a lot about money, not having it, but those skills that you gave me helped me keep as much money as I could in my pocket. So in your own way, you made me a rich man. You showed me what it's like to love, but maybe also you showed me how necessary it is for someone to process loss and grieve. And as you lay there, this is probably the best loss of all because losses like death are final. Losses like divorce, that gets to keep hurting for a long time, and I understand the pain you were in. The person is just still walking this earth, moving on with their life, doing these other things, and it's really hard. I know it's hard for you. Thank you for showing me why it's so important for a man to find a way to process his pain. I'm happy for you where you are now because I know that you aren't in pain anymore. And I want you to know I really, really know that you loved me. And the way that you quarreled with things showed me that you loved hard. Thank you for giving me a place to lay my head. And I do want to talk about alcohol for a second. Because I watched you healthily consume alcohol. I watched you unhealthily consume alcohol. So you always showed me a spectrum. And I know your intent was always a good one. We never got to have a 16-year-old scotch together, but I do consume, and I do it in a good way. I want you to know that I'm okay. I'm sure not knowing was rough. And I feel good knowing that you're okay. And you're at peace. I love you, Dad.
Wow, that was the Divorce Diaries podcast. The Daily Saga will continue tomorrow. The full season's episodes are on Patreon now. Subscribe for early access. Click the Patreon link in the description. Hopefully these entries help our anonymous recorder as a form of his own personal therapy. That's his hope and his intention. Will these recordings of life's curveballs lead this family to the best resolution in the end? We'll keep listening. New episodes are released daily on all podcast players, but all episodes are available on Patreon at Divorce Diaries Podcast Patreon page. Until next time.